In this video, you will learn how to collect images for your stop motion animation film that you're creating on Google Slides. Before you watch this video, make sure that you've already completed the story for your animation. You'll need to know the setting of your animation. You'll also need to know what characters are going to be in your story, as well as what other objects or items the characters will interact with. Those are known as props. I'll be showing you how to set your setting image as a background, and also how to find images that have a transparent background for your characters and other props. We'll also look at how to format your images to change the brightness, contrast, or color if you need to change them for your story. Okay, so the first thing that we need to learn is how to set the location photo or the setting photo as a background on your Google Slides. So there's two different ways you can do that. You can either go to background up here, it says change background, or you can go to slide, change background, and then this window will appear. There you'll click choose image. And for this one, I'm going to be creating an animation that's happening in space. So I am going to search for space. Now you could also upload a picture from your device if you have something already saved. But an easy way to do it is just to do a Google image search right within Google Slides. Okay, so I'm going to then look at the different pictures that are available for space, and I'm going to think about what's going to happen in my story to make sure that the picture that I'm choosing is the best picture for the story that I'm going to tell. So I'm looking at it, and you know what? I really like this image. So I'm going to click on that image, and I'm going to click Insert. So this says error. There was a problem retrieving that specific image. Okay, no big deal. I'm going to close it. I'm going to go back to choose image, and I'm going to search for a different one. Let's try this one instead. So what will happen is the image will pop up in the background, and then you'll click done. And now you cannot move this image around. You can move around your text boxes, you can move around other photos, but the background stays put. And that's really important so that your animation, it's easier to do as you're going through your animation. Okay, so we've made our background, and now the next step is to find some characters and other props that have a transparent background. And we're going to do that in two different ways. The first way is we are going to search for those images, and then we're going to type the letters PNG after what we're searching. PNG is a kind of file that has a transparent background. So how do we do that? We're going to go to Insert, go to Image, search the web, and now I want an alien in my space scene. Alien. And remember, I have to use those letters P and G to make a transparent background. I'm going to search through these aliens, and I'm going to think about which character is going to be in the right position for the story I'm going to tell. You may need to find more than one photo of your character, maybe in different positions, so that you can tell your story. I'm going to choose this guy. Insert. Okay, so now you can see, whoops. Okay, so now you can see that there is a transparent background behind my character so that no matter where I put that character in the scene, you can still see what's going on behind it. Okay, but what if you do a search for a PNG file and you don't find any characters or props that you like with a transparent background? You can also use this website, it's called remove.bg, to create transparent background photos. So how do we do that? The first thing you're going to do is a Google image search for whatever it is that you're trying to find and that you want to remove the background from. So for this one, I'm trying to find an astronaut. So I typed in astronaut and I selected an image. I like this image. I think that's going to go well in my story. Now I want to get rid of this background. You're going to need to open another tab and go to a website called remove.bg. And this is what that website looks like, remove.bg. And what it says here is you can either upload an image from your computer or you can drag and drop a file in this location. You could also paste the website address for that image. The easiest way is to drag and drop it. So I'm going to go back to Google image search. I've opened up this preview window. I'm going to click on the photo, and I'm going to drag, 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 and I'm going to open up this window, and then I'm going to drop the image anywhere. And you can see it takes a second, it does its magic, and now there is another image of an astronaut with the background removed. At this point, you are going to download that image, and then you will be able to insert it into your Google Slides. Okay, so 2 ways, PNG file or remove.bg. Now, once you have your picture, and I'm just going to copy this guy. Once you have your photos, you can change their format options by coming up here to go to Format Options, or you can go to Format Options. You have to click on the photo first for it to be available. And now you can change the color. Let's say I want an orange alien instead, or turquoise alien, or I can just go back to no color, or go back to the original. You can also, a really good part of this is you can change the brightness. So let's say I wanted my aliens to be a little bit darker, or maybe the photo was too dark to begin with. I can change it that way. The next steps for this project are to go back to Google Classroom and open assignment number 6D, your stop motion animation. On the very first slide, I'd like you to set the background photo that you'll be using for your animation. And I'd also like you to find all of the photos that you will need to tell your story. Remember, they should have transparent backgrounds. Then you can adjust the format options of those photos. This way you have a slide that you will be able to pull your images from for your animation as you create it. You'll end up deleting that slide after you're done creating your story.